I'm Katie Driggers, and today we're going to be doing a few writing prompts. I've already prepared a few prompts to help us through to this writing exercise. And the work that we're going to be dealing with today is Joyce Carol Oates' Where Are You Going? Where Have You Been? And what I want to do in this video is I would like to read back to you some of the prompts that I prepared, and then you can take a minute to respond yourself to kind of get you started on this writing exercise. We're going to be focusing on point of view in this video, and the quote that I have picked out to kind of help us through these prompts from Joyce Carol Oates' story is, "She was panting. The kitchen looked like a place she had never seen before. Some room, she had run inside, but that wasn't good enough, wasn't going to help her. The kitchen window had never had a curtain after 3 years, and there were dishes in the sink for her to do. Probably. And if you ran your hand across the table, you'd probably find something sticky there." Prompt 1 goes, retell the event with your own words and what you believe would reflect your actions towards the occurrence. Visualize yourself in Connie's position. What would be your point of view? Take into consideration Connie's age and personality. Try to think about the characterization of Connie and why this element makes the scene so effective. So go ahead and take a minute to write down how you would react in this situation. Draw from the experience of Connie as well as how you would react to this situation. You can go ahead and pause the video now if you'd like to give yourself some time to write the prompt, and then you can go on to prompt 2. For prompt 2, imagine that the point of view in this scene between our old friend and Connie is Ellie, who is sitting in the car during the encounter. What would be different about the scene and how it's perceived? You may even be able to create a personality for Ellie, since the reader is given a very vague description about the character traits. However, remember that Ellie is a comrade of our old friend and probably wants the situation to turn out in his favor. So go ahead and think about Ellie and his character and what Oates gives us about his character. We don't really have a strong sense of who he is, so you can, as I said, go ahead and create a personality for him. And again, how the perspective of Ellie changes from Connie and how it's kind of different. And I'm going to go on to prompt 3, and again, pause the video to give yourself some time to write this writing prompt. For prompt 3, tell the occurrence from the perspective of Arnold Friend. What does Connie's behavior look like? What does Arnold's behavior look like? Has he done this to other girls? And if so, how many? Is Arnold's experience with Connie similar or different from the past experiences with these other girls? We are given insight into Arnold's demeanor. Draw off of Oates' description of Arnold's actions to build point of view. So now what I want you to do is kind of build a story based on Arnold's perspective on this situation. Does he think he's being reasonable? And why is it that he's always speaking in a calm demeanor, in a calm tone of voice with Connie, and usually what you would think in this situation is probably somebody screaming or yelling or something like that. Tell us how Arnold draws off of his own personality to do the things that he does and why he does the things that he does. You can go ahead and pause the video while I go on to prompt 4 to give yourself some time to think about this and write down what you believe Arnold's actions would be like if it was told from his perspective. Prompt 4. How does the setting play a role in the point of view of this story? Oates describes Connie's surroundings, her in the kitchen, for example, when Arnold Friend is trying to coerce her into coming out of the house without him going in after her. For example, how does the line, "If you ran your hand across the table, you'd probably find something sticky there," add to Connie's panic and her moment of sickly realization of what is happening? And so, along with point of view, what we're going to try to do is see how the setting plays into all of this. How does the dishes in the sink, or how does running your hand across the kitchen table and finding something sticky there play into Connie's panic? How she is aware of what's going on around her now, and how that just kind of heightens the sense of panic in the story. So go ahead and write down how you think that these elements in the story and the setting play into Connie's perspective on what is going on around her. And go ahead and pause the video, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to prompt 5. so now what I want you to do is go ahead and skip ahead in the story and assume that Connie has gone with Arnold. What happens when Connie's family comes home and Connie is nowhere to be found? How does Connie's mother react? Her father? Her sister? Recall each character's attitude towards Connie in order to get an idea of what a particular character might say or do. Remember, Connie never tells anybody about her previous experience with Arnold. And so now what I want you to do is go ahead and remember how Connie's family treated her before all of this happened. And so what I want you to do is kind of draw on a point of view that the other characters, her mother, her father, her sister, might have in the case of Connie's disappearance. How are they going to react? Are they going to call the police? Are they going to do nothing at all? And so I want you to go ahead and take a moment to write down how Connie's parents and her sister's perspective would be after this had all happened. Okay, now you have a good sense of how you could do point of view in this video, and thank you very much for watching.